Confirmation that babies count as people.
We all know the story. Oh wow, Mr. Pike actually showed up.
He actually looks quite sad. Like, happy, relieved.
I'm already crying. This is gonna be a long episode.
이제부터는 저를 동업자로 존중해 주셔야겠죠.
Damn.
No.
Badass.
Jesus Christ is not a woman. Okay. Enjoy your party.
I haven't seen the others in so long.
I know.
The way he just looks up at the gun like, yeah, what are you going to do?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Kevin, Michael, Kristin, and I are back for Lost Season 4, the finale. There's No Place Like Home, Part 1. So if you want to watch the rest of the finale by this point, we should hopefully have that up soon for you guys to continue watching our Season 4 finale. But yeah,
make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss when that comes up.
Yes, that is super important because that should be up the following week. So, I mean, yeah, with that, let's get into this finale. I mean, what are your guys' feelings on this?
I'm going to start off because I think we've seen every season of Lost, we get this like lead into finale episode, right? There's always this one like right before the finale. And I feel like this one is the strongest out of all of them. Like the other ones were like, okay, yeah, we get why you put it in. You're leading up to this thing. This still had a lot of stuff that's happening in this episode. I feel like standalone, like the lead up to the finale episode, this one is an extremely strong one.
Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of stuff that came up. I was like, wow, this is like, I'm invested going into what could possibly be coming up. So
yeah, I obviously love this. It's great. I like seeing, like, we've known about the Oceanic Six for a while, right? Like, we've kind of been wondering, like, how this six, like, once we figure out who the six are, like, how these six end up being the six. And we're starting to see them come together. Like, we're seeing Sun holding little baby Aaron, and, like, who would have thought that Kate and Saeed would be like on a mission together and now seemingly kidnapped by the others? But like, we're starting to see those like little pairings happen. Like, so there's still some more pieces obviously to come together, but like watching that happen that's a fun little, like, it's like when you're building a puzzle and like the pieces are starting to go into place and you know you're almost there. It's fun.
Yeah.
What I love about this episode is I think it really does a good job of like confusing you in terms of how this is going to all come together. It really separates people off across the island, where like you've got Hurley, who we know is going to get off the island. He's like off on like nowhere land with Locke and Ben. You know, Kate and Saeed have gone off and now captured by the others. We've also got people on the boat that we know aren't going to get off the island. We know Jin's going to meet a grisly fate, but like Michael, Desmond, these people are on the boat. Like, what happens to them? It's like they've really like separated out our Oceanic Six really well, and then put them with characters that we don't know their fate. And it's like, oh, it's so cleverly done. I will say this has my least favorite line in the history of Lost. I want to point out now, just in case I forget, because it makes me cringe every time I hear it, because it's just awful, like exposition. When Ben is talking to Locke about the people at the greenhouse, and he's like, because Charles Widmore, the man that wants to find this island and kill all of you. It's like, yeah, we know who Charles Widmore is. We don't need the little explanation of Charles Widmore's mission. Every time I hear it, I don't know why, it just does my head in.
It's at least better than somehow Palpatine returned. So
I guess it's better than that. It is. Even the worst line in Lost is better than that trash movie.
Well, Kristin, do you have any fun facts?
I do. So listen, normally I like to call out Lost and all of their bloopers, and they had quite a few, but they're stupid ones. I didn't even put them in. They're like, you know, one scene, the cop car's on this side, the other scene's on this side. Like they weren't mentioning, but there were quite a few that they were like, oopsie, we probably should have like aligned that better. But we had the numbers quite a bit. I only wanted to point out a few of them, but the numbers were a ton. We saw them, of course, on the Camaro and things like that. But the main thing is they were found on day 108. So that was a huge thing. And then the other one that like is like there, but like there were numbers everywhere. So you kind of just like maybe blew past it. Ben's like Hurley, those crackers are 15 years old. So I love that one was like a minuscule one compared to the plethora of numbers that we had in this episode. Hurley's birthday party. This is one that not a ton of people pick up on, and I'm gonna throw it out here. Saeed is seen with a wedding ring on.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's one that I remember watching this for the first time, and I'm like, did they get married? Don't we like? Shouldn't we have seen this? Like, I just remember being like, is that a ploy? Like, what is happening here? Like, just a fun thing to be like. They didn't tell us anything about that, but they made sure that we saw it with him holding the cup. You know what I mean? So it was like, I don't know, it was weird.
Well, and it's kind of sad knowing, right, that Nadia is going to die, correct, as well. So we kind of were like, it's great to see them reunite, but then you're like, oh no, this is not going to end well either.
Well, that is the thing that Lost, especially this season, has loved, of letting us know something good and something bad is going to happen,
right,
and dangling it in front of us.
Right.
The moral of the story is do not have sex with Saeed because it does not end well. He is cursed.
I'll take my chances. It's fine.
The fun throwback in here is when they are flying home. We see one of the pilots is holding a rabbit foot, and we're just wondering if it had a tattoo on it. I'm just curious. I'd be asking that question, but
I don't think Ben tattooed the rabbit.
Painted it, whatever it was. Okay, two really fun facts here. The one, Membata, the island that they claim to live on, in Indonesian, it means doubt or uncertainty. And they're telling a story. So I thought that was a really clever thing for them to do. That was awesome in there. Okay, this one, I have not seen this part. I'm assuming Kevin and Michael have seen this part, but I found this interesting. There's apparently an enhanced version of them having their press release where Jack actually reveals that because he said that a bunch of people died in the water, then 8 of them made it back to the. Am I not supposed to say this? You give me a look.
I'm just realizing that wasn't in the episode.
No,
yeah.
That was in the episode that I watched. Maybe is that the thing that
that's how you got desynced.
Maybe that's how you got behind. Okay, so
that's how I got behind.
So there's an enhanced episode out there. And Jack had mentioned when he was telling the story of what happened that the plane hit the water, but a lot of people died. There were 8 of them that were in the water, and then of course there's the 6. So the 3, which baby Aaron wasn't born yet, so that's why there's 8. The 3 that he reveals were the other ones were Boone, Libby, and Charlie.
Okay.
And the way that they died is by internal injuries and drowning. So of course that he didn't technically lie because Charlie, of course, drowned. Libby and Boone had internal injuries. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see this enhanced version. Apparently Kevin found it. I don't know.
That's the one that I was watching.
Yeah. So
I've seen it. I completely forgot that wasn't in this version that we watched. That's so annoying because it's such a fun little detail and
to bring them back a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. So
yeah,
and there's the reason why you got behind us at some point.
I was watching it and all of a sudden I realized I was like, why is your sound ahead of my sound? That's weird. Right. And I was trying to fast forward through little quiet parts to try to catch back up.
Yeah.
When did this happen? It happened then because I watched. Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, that's all of my little fun facts. But yeah, let's jump into this because I have to jump into this right away. Jake, we find out very early on in this episode the Oceanic Six. And for a long time, these two were like, can we just tell Jake that he already knows the Oceanic Six?
Okay, yeah.
I was like, no, because I was like you, Jake, that I was not. Yes, a baby is a person, guys. We all know this.
Why was that?
Maybe Michael's least favorite.
Because in my head, I was with Jake when I was watching this for the first time. I was like, we still have one more person to figure out. And then when they show up and they're on the plane, she's like, they're calling you the Oceanic Six. I'm like, oh my God, Aaron is the other 6.
Yeah,
right there. With
babies count.
Yeah,
I count, but in my head, I was thinking our main people.
I wasn't thinking of Turnip Head.
I don't blame you.
They wanted to tell you, Jake, but I was like, that was what was my big revelation in this of the finale that I was like.
I don't even think I wanted to tell you. I think I was just ready to say yeah, so those 6. And then she's like, stop. And I'm like, stop what? We've seen the 6. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I was right there with you, Jake. You're not the only one. But yes, so we do open this episode with the Oceanic Six, which includes Aaron, on the plane. They are flying home. We get this lady. She's like, you don't have to answer any press. Jack's like, oh no, we're good. We've all talked about it. We're good. She's even like, do all of you agree? Like, you're not the only person here, Jack. And he's like, yeah, oh yeah, we talked about it.
He's
We're
the
good.
leader.
Like, he still like jumps in like, yeah, we're good. We're talking. But they do finally arrive to the mainland. Oh, what?
Sorry, before we get to that, it's one of the biggest foreboding moments in the entire episode when Jack's like, don't worry if we don't have all the answers, they'll just think we're in shock. And Sun looks at him with just a cold face and says, we are in shock, Jack. And it's like, oh shit, what has happened?
Yeah.
Well, we've got an idea what might have happened to somebody, but
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, there is a lot that happens here, but they do finally arrive to the mainland. Which did you guys like? Jake, I'm sure you picked this up, but they talked about how they were landing in Hawaii, which is where they've been filming the show.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah.
And it was very clearly Hawaii behind that landing plane. That was very Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice that they filmed like 60 odd episodes of the show in Hawaii at this point. For once, the place they're filming is the place they can actually say that is.
Right.
Right. They
It's
didn't
not
have to
doubling
hide the
for anything.
background.
Right.
They didn't have to change the color grading. Like, just shoot it.
Just shoot it.
It's Hawaii.
But yeah, so they do arrive. They open up the hatch of the plane there, and they all come out to greet their well, not all of them. Some of them did not have family members there. But this is a very emotional scene here. I mean, just the music over it. We've talked about the scores of Lost, but like them finally hitting, the families thinking they were dead because we know the whole plot of the plane under the ocean, and then finding out they're not dead. This is a really good part in here that I think is like just so touching, is Hurley immediately grabs Saeed and was like, this is it's like he's like my brother, and it's
I know, Hurley.
Like he has nobody, but she's clutching baby Aaron. That's also a very emotional thing. Like, he's all I have left, kind of situation. Jake, you brought up that Pike is there. Like, we could have left him, and we didn't need him.
I thought he showed up.
To be fair, the one who actually hugs Sun is her mom,
Right.
not her dad. But he did show up.
Yeah. No, but I mean, and then I always go to Jack's mom too, because I think that this is like all of them have this very emotional thing. But she sent Jack to Australia, if you guys remember, all the way back. She forced him to go. Bring your father back. She forced him. So the amount of emotion that has to be going through this woman right now. She sent her son there.
She sent her son. He was supposed to bring back.
She thought he was alive. She didn't know.
And then, it's when we land, we're going to the funeral. So like now she knows he's bringing the body back.
Right.
And then neither him nor the body ever get there. Like,
yeah,
the loss that she went through now to see him again is like, wow.
That's what I think a lot of people like. It's one of those things where it's so minor and they don't really harp in on it. But like, she sent him to Australia. Then she finds out that he's like, he found dad, but he's dead. Like, whoopsie. So now she has to go through the emotion that her husband's dead. Then the plane crash happens. She goes through the emotion that Jack is dead because they put a plane on the bottom of the ocean. And then for him to show up with no body and just like it's the emotion that woman probably went through is a lot. So yeah, this is very
Imagine she was like, gave him a hug, like, it's so nice to see you. Did you bring the body back? No? Get back there. Go find it.
Go back and get your dad, Jack. Yeah. No, but I mean, I think that it's what a way to open an episode, and then all the emotion just right off the bat. Like, I mean, I was already crying, and I was like, oh god, this could be a long episode. Like, it's a lot. So Jake, any thoughts on this opening here?
It was a good opening. As Michael pointed out, the music was really good. I've obviously been hearing that from posting onto our social medias and stuff. Like, I've been hearing that track over and over. So it's good music. Again, it's nice to see. I think the best part for me was Hurley just reuniting with his family, because I think like that was one where we knew his family more than I think the others, like aside from Christian Shepherd, obviously, but I mean, Yeah, he wasn't. But in terms of like, I don't feel we knew Jack's mom as well. So it's like, because she's only been in there a little bit, whereas Hurley's family has been there in quite a few episodes, and we know his mom's personality. We know Cheech's personality. So like, it's not like we have connections to them more. So
yeah, for sure.
Hurley's mom like throwing her hands in the air and like running towards Hurley. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yes, but going to the island here, they of course we left them with the bag thrown out of the helicopter and them trying to figure out what to do with it. So that's where we pick right back up. And they all have very like, is it something we should be following? Is it something we shouldn't? Rose is in there, voice of reason. Rose, she's trying to figure it out. Rose is not the voice of reason here. We've got like Sun being like, let's just call it. Like, let's just call it.
Good idea, Sun.
I love Sun. Gotta love her. And Jack's like, oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? Here, Faraday, please call this, but no funny business. He's like, sure, okay. Won't do it, promise. But he does. He calls the phone, which I never understood. Like, because like when the phone rang, like it almost like they just like picked up on the speaker system of the helicopter instead of actually calling the phone. So that was always a little like wonky. But they do hear them like touch it down over there. All these other things. They hear the Orchid. We see Faraday pick up a little bit. He's like, oh, my ears perked up on that one. We might have an issue, which we're gonna see. But Jack then does decide we're gonna go after it. We're gonna go find out because we didn't hear, like they point out, Juliet's like, I didn't hear Desmond or Saeed on there, and they're supposed to be on there. So Jack's like, okay, I have the best idea. I just had surgery. Let me go walk and trek into the jungle after a helicopter that might be here with people to kill us. Like, we'll find out. And Juliet is immediately, she's pissed. She is pissed. I love that Juliet, she's like such a like mom / doctor / sir. She's like, you're such an idiot. You're going to bleed to death. Like, blah, blah. And then he's like, don't wait up. The most awkward thing between them. But Faraday, we find out, is nervous for a reason. He has in his notebook. This is like, I have questions, and maybe Michael or Kevin, because I've never understood this in the multiple times that I've watched Lost. How does Faraday know about the second protocol? Because even the captain didn't really know about the second protocol. So the fact that we're trusting Faraday with the second protocol is a little interesting.
There's a reason why he knows about the Orchid, but we can't talk about it.
Oh.
Well, we can talk about it in the spoiler section, but that was always a question that I'm sure Jake had too, of like, the captain didn't even know about this, so why would Faraday know about this? So he's like, we got to get off silent, Charlotte. So like, bad news bears, we got to get out like right now. But of course, Kate and Jack have taken off. They're met up with Miles and Sawyer with the baby. Immediately, Sawyer, he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot, so he's literally pissed, starts fighting with Jack. There's too much that's happening all at this once. I can't imagine the overwhelming, right, of like, what do you mean the helicopter's here? What do you mean there might be people? Like, Sawyer's just like trying to get back, and they lost Claire, so like he's stuck with the babies.
Yeah, and like there's also that they lost Claire. And like, we thought she went back to the beach. Like, nope, she didn't come back to the beach. Like, trying to deal with that. And then, well, we're on a mission to go track down this helicopter. Like, we don't have time for the helicopter.
Right.
I love that. Kate, when Jack and Sawyer start fighting, she's like, "Wait, now you two are fighting?" He's like, "This isn't new, Kate. They've been fighting pretty much every interaction they've had in 4 seasons. That's their dynamics. They fight."
Yeah, I mean, but. It's so funny because like I can't, like, again, like trying to play catch up. Like he's like, I assume we were hoping Claire went back there, and now you're telling me now there's a helicopter here that threw something out, and maybe we shouldn't follow up, but maybe we should. There might be people to kill us. What are we doing here? Like, catch me up. But Jack's like, okay, take care of the baby. I'm gonna head off, and she's like, you fucking idiot, you can't, you can't do this. And Sawyer's like, you don't get to die alone. And I don't know if you guys caught that, because that's the line that we hear a lot. But he's like, you don't get to die alone. And he takes off because Sawyer has changed so much that he's like, I guess I'm going to go and help everybody else out.
Mm-hmm.
But they do head to the helicopter, which leads us back into this Oceanic press conference, if you will. We have this whole story. She has a whole, like, she's got maps. She's got a PowerPoint set up. She was prepared.
PowerPoint of bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I found that really, really interesting, but I'm like, yeah, of course this is just PR and like not actually what happened. And like I don't think anybody would actually believe them if they said what actually happened. Like if they just said, oh yeah, there was a smoke monster on the island that we had to deal with, I don't think everybody would like understand what the hell was going on.
Right.
But also a major thing is like we still don't know what happened for them to be like, we have to lie. Like, why are we lying? Like, let's go back and rescue our friends. Like, what is happening here? So
the specifics of the lie don't really matter. It's the why the lie is necessary in the first place, where it's like, there's like, even though we seem relatively close to the rescue point, it's like there still seems to be so much that we need to learn of like how the hell we ended up in this position in the press room, where it's like this crazy outlandish story. I will say Jack is a very good liar. He's in that press conference and he's just like straight down the barrel lying, and he's like very convincing. I'd believe him.
I mean, our previous scene before this, Kate brings up, she's like, you know how people lie and they can't look you in the eye? You do the exact opposite, which
true.
Yeah, she did say that. So, but yeah, I mean, this lady, she did all the research and did a whole PowerPoint for a complete bullshit lie. But like, kudos to them for coming up with something that believable. I mean, it made like the whole. I don't know if you caught this, Jake. She's like, on day whatever it was, like a typhoon or monsoon or
typhoon brought
like,
the
brought them supplies. Like this is like we went real far into this lie. Like that's how they survived. Like they got a raft from it. That was huge. Like these are huge things. But of course, Jack, he steps up first and he is the one to start talking about this. We got somebody that's like, you guys seem pretty like okay, and Hurley's like, is that directed at me because I'm still the fatty over here? Like, love Hurley still with his humor. And then of course they ask Sun, like, was your husband part of the people? And she's like, no, he never got off the plane. Which, okay, wait, all right, we're getting a little bit more of these pieces here. This is kind of crazy.
When the question gets asked to Sun, you see Jack look so nervous where he's like, shit, this could be about to go off the rails, but Sun handles it all right.
But I mean, that is a good point to bring up, because then you even see her like side-eye him. Like, you know what I mean? These are all very subtle things, but you can tell, like, even just on the plane, like at the beginning when he's like, we'll just pretend we're in shock. And she's like, we are in shock. Like, there is something, we know something's going to go down here, because obviously we know that Jen obviously made it off the plane and he is now sitting on the freighter. So what happened here to all this, to this chaos? I also love, because I'm like, these people make this make sense, but somebody picked it up. They're like, so Kate, how old was your kid?
That's what I
how
was
pregnant were you? Like, thank you people for picking this up. But like, they immediately shut it down because he does bring up the legal things, and they're like, we're not talking about the legal things. And I'd be like, great, I don't care to talk about the legal things. How was she knocked up? Why? Like, this makes, that kid is not 5 weeks old. That kid is old as hell. No.
I mean, listen, if the kid was born, if Turnip Head was born a couple weeks into, 108 days divided by 7 days in a week, that's what, 1, and then about 3, so it's like 13 weeks. So like, listen, it's a difference of, Kristen's giving me such a dirty look, and I'm just over here trying to be like,
that is a big ass baby.
Listen,
Turnip Head looks like about 7 turnip.
Oh no, he absolutely does. He absolutely does. This is me making like silly, like, it's fine. He's like, oh.
No, it's not. It's really not, because from the only person on this podcast that has actually had a baby, a 5-week-old baby is very different.
Is a much different size baby.
That 5-weeker is still itty bitty, like wrinkly and whatever. 3-month baby, they're smiling, they're having a whole personality. So no, this is so unbelievable, and I can't believe that they are all just like, sure, that works. Like, they're pulling a Kevin over here. I'm like, yeah.
It's fine. What's like 5 weeks versus, it's another like 8
Baby's
weeks.
like ready to go to kindergarten, but she had the baby 5 weeks ago. It's fine.
It's like a 8-week difference. It's no big deal.
Unfortunately, they can't like talk about Claire even, so like they can't even bring up that they know who gave birth to the baby or like whatever to actually make it make sense. But
I also was like, why couldn't you just say that like the mom died or whatever, like in childbirth or whatever? But then like, if Kate wants to care for the baby, and okay, thank you, animal. If it's not Kevin's cat, it's mine. But with that, I mean, but because then you open up the door of like, whose baby is it? And like obviously we know at the end, mom showed up, so like could take the baby, and Kate does not want that to happen. So I mean, I get the lie, but like, they all should be questioning this a little bit further.
You know what? I didn't really put too much thought in it. Like, is that not quite selfish? Like, why not just say Claire survived the crash, she died during childbirth or something, like, and that would give Claire's mom some closure and like, hey, this is your grandkid. She could look after Aaron. Like, why does Kate have to keep it at this point?
Because Kate wants to be selfish and take Aaron.
I mean, I assume that amongst the 5 adults there is a like protection, right? Like this is collectively our child now, and like we need to collectively come up with a story to keep this baby amongst us.
I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's bullshit, but whatever. That's me.
You just don't like Kate, so it's fine.
I don't like Kate, but also this is one of the reasons why I don't like Kate, because I think this is like, I get that you're trying to be selfish. You guys have been through stuff. We don't know what this stuff is yet. Like, we still don't know, but like, honor Claire. Like, Claire was your friend. Like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, give her something. Like that was her story, and you just like basically told it for yourself. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I've watched this show so many times, and I genuinely, I don't think I've really thought about it till now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they should have just done that. That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, it always makes me so mad. Like, I get, because they didn't want the family to do DNA tests and all the things, but like, that's just a dick move. That was a dick move.
I don't think it's a dick move.
You wouldn't, but you also have like, you hate John Locke for zero reason sometimes. So,
oh my gosh, I've explained the reason so many times.
Okay, moving on. All right, the end of this little press conference, though, we do have a major thing that also gets all the emotion, because Nadia shows up. And we know that that was Saeed's story. He went to Australia to go and do the things to like make sure that he would protect Nadia, and then they would give him the information because he's been searching for her. And that's how he, like, all these full circle moments that we're getting in this like show up moments, homecoming, if you will, that's what makes it so emotional. It's like the Jack was sent to Australia because of his mom, and now he's back. You know what I mean? And now Nadia, like, that was the whole purpose of why he was there and got on that plane, was for Nadia, you know? So, and we do know that he wanted to claim the body and bury it, like, so that he wasn't even supposed to be on 815 either. So just to see him reunite with Nadia, I do have to point out that this is, this always bugs me about Saeed in this moment. Like, he looks off like at the camera or something, and then their kiss is so weird. Like, I need to know what happened here. This is a weird thing.
Yeah, that was a very odd kiss. I was like, this just doesn't look right.
I know exactly what it is, and no one's gonna like it, but facts is fact.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn
he
my
is
camera
a bit upset that he's having to accept the consolation prize and not be with the person he actually wants to be with in Shannon. He's like, okay, I guess Nadia's fine, but he's looking up and seeing the beauty of Shannon.
I think there is something to what you're saying, Michael. I think there is he's torn because he had this relationship on the island with Shannon, and now like he has to pretend that didn't happen.
Pretend he likes Nadia, yeah.
And not pretend, but like he can't honor that relationship with Shannon.
Yeah, he can't really tell her about that he had this other relationship while he thought he was stuck.
He can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't fit with the story, yeah.
Right.
But Jack came up with the whole lie, so it's fine. Ruining everybody else's lives, but it's fine. Thanks, Jack.
Oh my god.
Anyway, moving on. We're going back to the beach here, where Saeed does arrive. I love the timing of this. That Saeed arrives and he's like, okay, let's start moving people. And, this is happening. And then they're like, well, Juliet's the voice of reason. They just left after the copter with a bunch of like people that are there to kill us. So like, great. The perfect timing of it all. But they do start to, get people, like everybody get packed up. Like, we're going to start taking 6 at a time. They've come up with a plan. But then of course now Saeed's like, well, now I have to be the one to go rescue them for, because as Juliet knows, there's no Sawyer or Miles there right now, or no baby. It's Kate and Jack. And so he's going to go out after this. We also have the Orchid station. We've got Ben, Locke, and Hurley heading towards that. We get to a box with a fancy mirror and the 15-year-old crackers. This is an interesting thing. Ben, who are you? Like, especially when what we get at the end, who were you? This is always a question that is out there for, and Jake, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this. Is he obviously does signal to people, but when they get to the Orchid, they're not the people that are signaling back. So what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, the only person I can think of is he's signaling Richard, but like also, I don't know. Like it's weird to think about. I'm assuming it might get answered like here in this finale, but because I feel like Ben has some sort of plan that he like willingly walked up there as like sort of like pretending that he was ready to get taken just like for a reason. Like I think he knows like he has a plan to like save himself here.
Yeah, I mean he does say, yeah, he does. He said, "I always have a plan." No, but yeah, this is always the thing because at this point in this episode, and will we find the answers out in the part 2 and 3? But who are we signaling? Was it at the Orchid station? Was it signaling somewhere else? Like, but it seems like that was the track that they were heading on. So, were they at the Orchid and like now they're not at the Orchid? So there's a lot of questions here. Michael, what do you got?
I never thought it was the Orchid that they were signaling. I thought it was elsewhere. Well, I guess it could have been. Maybe it was Kimi. Like, Ben, on my way. Okay, see you soon.
XOXO.
Yeah, I didn't know. I know that when I watched it, I didn't know who he was signaling. But then when Richard shows up later, I was like, oh, that's who he signaled, right? Like that was.
And he does say, like, because John asked him, and he's like, "Who do you think?" Like, so yes, we are, like, we know it's the others, but
yeah.
I always assumed that they were sitting at the Orchid, like, hey, we're on our way. You know what I mean? Like, it was like kind of like the Mikhail of like, Mikhail, turn on your walkie. I'm here, don't shoot kind of situation of like, that's the way I always took it when I watched it for the first time of like, we're heading there, so don't take us out. You know what I mean?
One last thing on this scene, can I just point out, there's like a little dick move from Ben that's
just
not mentioned. Like the whole, what?
He said just one.
Just one?
Oh yeah, there's a few, but yeah, there's one here. Like, considering the last time we saw Ben and Hurley, it was the sweet scene of Hurley giving him half a chocolate bar.
Mm-hmm.
Ben sees him take those crackers and just says nothing, waits until he starts eating them, and then does the whole, those are 15 years old. Like, you could have mentioned that before he started eating them. To be fair, Hurley didn't seem to give a shit. He was like, they taste good, I'm eating them.
Michael, I would like to, God, this pains me so much. I would like to double down on the dick move. And I hate this because it means I'm siding with Kevin for just a minute. I think the bigger dick move is the fact that they saw crackers and Locke immediately threw the crackers to the fat guy. Like, that's just rude.
It's not rude. No, like, yes, he's fat, but like, he likes food. Locke was giving Hurley the thing he likes. Who else? He's not going to throw Ben the crackers or start chomping down himself. Like, do you know what I find funny? It's like there was something in that box for everyone. There was like those crackers that Hurley could have. There was the little mirror thing. Wasn't there like
the binoculars?
Something else. The
binoculars.
Yeah,
the binoculars. Yeah, it was like they each got an item, like the crackers, the binoculars, and the mirror.
Anyway, well, moving on after they do obviously like somewhat message whoever they're messaging with the mirror. We do get Faraday coming up to Saeed being like, listen, I know you have to go after your friend. Totally understand. But like, I know that we have a problem. I'm not going to tell you guys that I know that we have a problem, but we should start moving people off the island. He's also told Charlotte, like, we have to get out of here. And he left her on the beach. Faraday, you're messing up here. But he's like, let me start getting people while you go out and search for your friends. 2 birds, 1 stone, buddy. And Saeed's like, okay, great, cool. Meanwhile, as this happens, Kate like comes out of the jungle with Miles and she's like, what's going on? And Saeed's like, well, I have to go after Jack because he's with all the killers. And she's like, well, I have to come with you. I have to track. Like, I'm going to be the tracker. And then the moment of her handing over Aaron to Sun, he's taking baby, and
Aaron gets passed around so much this episode. It's like pass the baby across the island.
hot potato, right? Hot potato. But no, I mean, and then of course we have there's so many moments here, and I have to bring up the one which is Kevin's tagline, and it's going to be heartbreaking for everyone, but there's so many things. The second that like Kate hands the baby to Sun, it's very quick and it's like a flash, but like Jen looks at her like, oh, she's gonna be holding a baby soon. It's like, oh, like he just is like, oh, that's gonna be us one day, like soon, because we're about to get off the island. And then they get not us. But then we get on the Zodiac, and as they're going away, he says, "I promise to get you off the island." Oh my god!
Yeah, it's such a.
I hate it.
I have been trying to get Sun off this island ever since we found out she was pregnant. 2 seasons.
You know what's kind of crazy? The fact that they did the same storyline in 2 back-to-back seasons. Like, all of season 3, we had the whole, like, Charlie's gonna die, and then now this season, it's like, what's gonna happen to Jin? Oh, we know Jin doesn't get off. It's like they did that twice to make this, like, those finales as tense and crushing as they possibly could.
Right.
Yes. Well, as sad and as tragic as that moment is, as we all were crying, Sun fixes it for us. She's like, you know what? Let me show up I got a little bump now. I'm showing up to Daddy's office. And thankfully, Sun's going to really get rid of our emotion. We're going to start cheering.
Oh.
She shows up, walks up the stairs that she's walked many a times, and she walks into the office, of course, Pike being his jackass self as usual, yelling at people. If
you pay attention to what he's yelling, he's like, how did they do this? Oh, right, like you know something happened, and she just strolls in like, oh, hey Dad, how's it going? And he's like, nothing, you wouldn't understand. You're not a business person.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand. It's so annoying.
I know. And then but then he's like, how's the pregnancy? This is like such a weird, like, you could tell, like, and she's like, don't ask about my baby. You didn't like my husband. She goes to town on her dad right off the bat. She doesn't even like, as soon as he like gives her that little like, you're a woman and you wouldn't know business, you wouldn't understand. And then she's like, okay.
I feel like she probably had a plan for what she was going to say. And then he mentioned the pregnancy and she was like, you know what? Fuck you.
Right. Yes. No, 100%. But yeah, basically she goes off on her dad and then decides to give him the blow that we all have been waiting for, where she's like, so then since you hated my husband, Oceanic gave us quite the settlement, and I have lots of money, and it's not your money anymore, it's my money, and I spent my money by buying the controlling share of your company, which is now our company. And Dad's like, shit. I just love
Dad's like, wait, women can do that?
Right. But yeah, no, she does buy the company out from under her dad. And then she's like, I'm gonna have my baby, and then we're gonna fix what you've done because you like ruined my husband's life. Like, she really goes to town on her dad. And all of us, like I said, we are all sitting there with the emotion of Jim being like, I got you off the island, knowing the fate of that, or knowing, we don't know why the fate of that happened, but we know the fate of that. To her come in and we're like all crying, and she's like, I got this, guys, don't worry, let me be a badass. Like, love it.
I'll cheer you up.
It was so good. It was so deserved after how much we've seen Mr. Pike like just be an asshole the entire show, and now like just
so many of them never got their comeuppance.
Yeah.
And now not only does he get it, but it's served to him on a platter. Ugh, it's delicious.
Yes. Another thing that's happened. Oh, go ahead, Michael.
Was it about the same scene you were about to say?
No, I was moving on to the next scene, Hurley scene.
There is also an interesting little like foreshadow as well here, where she says, "I blame 2 people for Jin's death. You're one of them. Who's the other?"
I mean, I would assume Kimi, but watch it be someone else. Like, I think that's going to be...
Kimi's on island.
Well, that's true. I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, but I think like, ooh, I mean, another option is it could be like Michael or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I could honestly see that, because I mean, we've seen Michael do some pretty heinous things. So like,
Jake, I'm gonna let you in on the secret. Okay, I'm not gonna make you wait for it. I'm gonna just tell you. It's Turnip Head.
Oh, good.
Oh,
yeah,
that's why I hate him.
Yeah, she has to blame the baby.
There was only room for Oceanic Six, so it was Jin or the baby.
Right.
The twist of Turnip Head killing Jin is like the craziest moment in TV.
Are we just?
No one saw it coming.
No one saw it
the
coming.
knife and he's gonna like Chucky, like
Right.
I was gonna say, is Turnip Head suddenly like Stewie Griffin or something? Like just
All the things.
an evil sadistic baby? Like
He's like, I lost mommy and now I hate everyone.
No, it's more of a like Maggie Simpson accidentally shooting Mr. Burns moment. It's really not. It's not as evil. It's just kind of what happens.
All right. Anyway, moving on. We do have listen, we all love Hurley's mom, but who would have thought to do a surprise party and then make the theme island Hurley's mom?
A surprise party that is like tropical island themed. I want you. I would leave. If I were Hurley, I would leave.
I would leave. Anyway, we do have, but also here's a moment too, Jake. Like, I mean, it was one of those where we see him come in and then the coconut's on the ground and we start to hear whispers.
yes,
So,
I did catch that.
I was like, I know watching this, I was like, I don't think, are we in a dream? Are we like, did they follow him home?
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
what
I was
happened?
wondering. I was like, ooh, I was like, is he having a dream? Like all of a sudden, like his parents are gonna die, or like what? I don't know, or something.
Yeah, I thought that this might be like a Dave situation. Like when up until like he literally opened the door, I was like, "Are we having another Dave situation? What's happening here?"
Yeah,
No, it reminded me of my theory that just like the island healed Rose and like generally heals people, like it healed Hurley's mental illness. So like I was like, oh, that's right, he's on the mainland and he's crazy. He's taking a coconut that's not there. And I was like, oh wait, no, that coconut is there because it's a decoration from the party.
Decoration.
But like
But also it didn't heal the island didn't heal his mental illness. He saw Dave.
listen, lots of people see things that aren't there on the island.
Well,
In general, he is unwell in the real world, but on the island he is well.
well,
So that is just like a little thing that I think to myself.
well, that could be another hour of us arguing over that one, but sure.
Well, you'll just argue with me. Just argue with me. So.
But I mean, this, of course, he is ready to go. And of course, my tagline, because he grabs Gold Jesus because he's ready to take them on. And mom's like, Jesus Christ is not a weapon. But
iconic line.
they do start the party. Of course, everyone is there. I love this part where Saeed and Nadia show up and he's like, you guys are here. Is there
And that also sounds like you know when they like show the back of somebody's head and they say it so like you don't actually like because they record it after. It sounded like that to me, of like he must have said something else and then afterwards they're like, no, you're just gonna say you guys are here.
But yeah, they all show up. I love that Saeed immediately calls out mom's planning of the theme, and he's like, yeah, well, she's crazy. What do you want from her?
Saeed, like, yeah, interesting choice.
Right.
I just love, because these flash forwards have been showing us how miserable all these Oceanic Six are, and like Jack's gonna get into alcoholism, like Hurley's gonna end up in a mental institution again, and like no one's happy. So it's just really nice to see the immediate aftermath of coming home, of them all just being nice, and the fact that they're all friends now, and it's like Hurley's having a party, and like Kate and Saeed and Nadia are gonna show up. Jack's too busy. Jack.
Is Hurley the only one who's seen all of them? Because he actually went to Korea to see Sun.
True.
And
yeah, maybe. But of course, Hurley's like the nicest guy ever. Makes sense, right?
But I mean, the other thing about this too is like, not only like you've got mom who's completely checked out and giving him an island themed surprise party, but then you have dad who walks up and he's like, you guys talking about hunting more or doing?
Oh my god, starting fires and hunting boar.
I'm like,
no, Dad, no, we were not.
It's so exhausting. These
You
two
might as well come up and be like, you guys trauma bonding over here.
right, like good God,
insane.
We will forgive him because it's Cheech, but we're moving on because Cheech, like this episode was full of these moments where you get like full on emotion overcoming you, unless of course you're Kevin and you don't cry. But he said, I need to borrow my kiddo.
I don't have tear ducts.
I need to borrow my kiddo. I got a present for you. And Hurley's like, I don't want the present because you keep buying it with all the money that I don't want. It's cursed, all this stuff. They also asked him that in the press release, and he's like, I don't want this money back. It's bad. But he's like, no, I got this before. And he opens the garage door, and it's the Camaro that he has fixed up. And he says, like, when I thought you were dead, like, I put everything into this. This was kind of my moment, like my shrine to you, my like grief. Like, I put all my grief into this. So yeah, let's take it for a spin. Oh my gosh.
And like the complicated like history of that parent-child relationship, and like that when he thought his kid was dead, that he like needed to do something to like remember him. That even though he has been not the best parent by any stretch of the imagination, that he did still like care and miss his kid. Like,
yeah, no, it is.
We all had like such doubt around him as well. Like when we saw him, it's like, oh, he's here for the money. He's going to be like another bad parent figure, like on the show that we've seen a million times. And like to see him here, where it's like he's stuck around. He's like he's actually a really decent parent.
He came back and he stayed.
Yeah.
It's just really nice.
This was an amazing moment. Aside from what we're gonna get with Hurley's PTSD here, I mean, the numbers are bad.
Like it's all going so well.
Right. It's all so great until that. Yeah, no, they do get into the car, and of course, immediately the numbers are there staring Hurley in the face.
The odometer says 4, 8, 15, 23, 42, 15, 16. Sorry, 16.
How dare you? The numbers up.
I know.
But Hurley gets so terrified from this that he runs away down the street and goes right into Santa Rosa. That's what happened. I'm convinced. I'm convinced he went right and checked himself in. He's like, I'm out. That's not what happened. I mean, I'm assuming that's not what happened, but I always think that's funny. But yeah, so that was, of course, not the ending to this awesome themed surprise party that the family had in mind, I guess. But back to the island, they do arrive to the Orchid, and the bad guys are there. I like that Ben immediately was like, do you want to get down? And he's like, why?
Oh boy, here comes Kevin's.
I don't even. It's not even. It's just like a very obvious. Like there's men with guns trying to kill this man who's standing next to you, and he just ducked down, and you're like, oh, why? I would make fun of any. It's not specific to John Locke. Any person who just be like, oh, well, why would I get down?
It's just an added bonus that it's John Locke. So.
Yes, it's just a bonus that it's John Locke. If Jack did it, I'd be like, Jack.
I do love when they realize that the mercenaries are here. Where I don't know why I say I love it. I don't. It's horrible. But like when Locke says, "I don't see the guy that killed Kimi," and Ben's face is like just so heartbroken. He's like, "He's here," and it's like it gives you such something to root for. Of like Ben needs to get vengeance on this piece of shit. Like that's all I want. It doesn't take away what happened, but it's like Ben needs to get revenge on this piece of shit. And like, yeah, he's here.
Yeah. No, it's we've talked about this a million times. They always like throw in these, like, it's like back when Aaron gets her son gets Aaron handed to her and Jin like gives her the look. Like I love that they just like put these facial expressions in there. And I think it goes back to the actors as well. Like I'm sure they didn't write in like look longingly at son as she holds baby Aaron. You know what I mean? I think that's just them like in their personalities bringing the life to the character, you know? While they are arguing about Locke kneeling down to hide from the mercenaries, we do have Faraday arriving to the freighter. Of course, the first group is up there. Do we like that it's Jin and Sun and a bunch of randos we don't know? They're like,
it is one of the like most hilarious things because there's room for 6 people. So 3 of the 6 main characters, 3 of the 6 faceless extras.
They're like, hey, blonde
doesn't bode well for them.
No,
right. Very red shirt.
It's just funny because it's like the most random. You're like probably they're like sitting in the back lot. And they're like, hey, blonde that brings us our cookies, can you come put a purple backpack on and pretend you're getting on the freighter? Great, thanks. Like that's how random it is. Because like these probably aren't even the same actors of the background cast that they've had. Like they've probably had multiple background characters.
This is actually a fun point to bring up. It probably won't come up again, but the background extras of the Oceanic 815 and like background others, they did actually use the same extras for all 6 seasons for a lot of those people. And if we ever get to the Getting Lost documentary that they did recently, they do a segment talking about like the unseen cast of Lost that like they were there for the full 6 seasons. They were just kind of in the background. It's like it's just really cool that they were unseen presences occasionally throughout the show.
There is somebody in the group that we don't let Jake in on Facebook because he's not allowed to see spoilers, but there is somebody who like posts every now and then like, oh, here's a picture of me from this episode, and it's like her back, right? But like she was in the episode and she's done it a bunch of times, so like yeah, I think they did have the same extras.
But also, I mean, it does make sense though, because if you think about it, they were in Hawaii. Like that's like, it's not like LA where you could just get a random, you know what I mean? Like they're on location. Yes. So it would make a lot more sense to do that. But when they do get up onto the freighter, of course, Jen and Sun are met with a blast from the past that they are not so excited about. But this is the moment where they see Michael for the first time. Again, like all these people that are about to see Michael, I can't imagine just like why? What? Mm-hmm. Like all the things. But he does start to explain things to them. He says, we didn't tell anybody, went back to New York, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, please, I love this line. He's like, please translate for Jen. Cause last that he knew, Jen was just getting up like little words like port and starboard. Like he's like, I understand. Like, can you imagine? Like, gosh, it's like such a, like it's a bad moment because I hate Michael, but like, it's so cute to see that he was like, oh my God, you're a whole like bilingual person now. This is great.
Like also like Jen and Sun are 2 of the characters that have meant the most to Michael throughout the show. Like those 2 in particular, meeting them again feels so kind of important because like Michael's the guy that found out about Sun's secret and when he saw her boobs that time. And like obviously all the time that he spent with Jin on the raft and like their friendship, it's like he's been so linked with the 2 of them. So yeah, I love that moment of them seeing each other again. Well,
and if you think about it too, like I mean, they like how that whole thing went down, like to give everybody a perspective back to like when they last saw each other, they thought that Michael was telling the truth, but Saeed did not believe him. So they went off with Saeed to like go back and like help meet up with them. And then of course, like they came on the boat and they almost killed Sun. Like there's a lot of things that bad blood with this, like when they were like, we believed you, we were your person on this island. And then we found out you killed, like we found all these things out that you killed him. Like, can you imagine like when they got back and they're like, so Michael lied to all of us. He like made like Hurley's like, they're captured now. You almost died on a boat. Like he actually killed Libby and Anna Lucia. Like they had to get all that information, and just that has to be so heartbreaking for them.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely going to be interesting. Like the tension, you can cut it with a knife, and going to be interesting to see, if that dynamic plays into things the next couple episodes. Like I said, I think it could possibly mean that Sun is going to blame Michael for it because Michael might have something to do with it. So
we shall see. Well, we also get word that the engine should be working. So Des goes up and tells the new captain, co-captain, whatever he is, where have you been the entire time? But
vice captain.
Right. Vice captain. So he does turn on the engine. He's like, great, let's go. Let's take the freighter. We don't need that Zodiac thing anymore. Let's head to the island. But he turns on the camera that would have been seeing stuff below. Like this, I didn't realize that freighters had this, but this probably makes more sense. Like, cause they are, obviously moving things, but there's a camera that is showing what is underneath because they need to be able to see the reef. They don't want to have a, shipwreck like the Black Rock. But he's like, listen, something's blocking it on the ship. And I'm not going any further than 5 miles off the coast. Like it's got, and so Des is like, I'm on it. I will figure this out because we've got to go rescue those people. Like that's our mission. We know these people are bad. We got to get over there.
Aye, Captain. Off he goes.
Right. Yes. But we also get back to Jack and Sawyer arriving at the helicopter, and we hear some like commotion. not threatening commotion. So Jack immediately goes, Lapidus? And Sawyer's like, you know this, Yahoo? Like,
Yeah.
Lapidus is like, bro, I'm here to help you. And I'm like, shut up. Who are you? Like, I love that Sawyer's been so out of the loop. He has been so out of the loop. And I love that he talks about, he's like, they bombing New Otherton. Like, I love that line. He cracks me up. But yeah, so he's been so
Sawyer's really, really good in this episode. This is like some classic Sawyer.
Yeah, we got Sawyer's nicknames back.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. But anyway, so Lapidus, of course, informs them. He's like, hey, they're like, we got before they get back from the Orchid, like, we got to get out of here. We got to make sure we're out of here. And Jack's like drinking his water. He's like, sweet. Fine. We're good. We're good. And Sawyer's like, the people that are with Ben, what do you think they're going to do? And he's like, oh, you don't want to know, bro. And he's like, okay, Hurley's with them, and he's like, and then we love that the line transitions from Sawyer's normal line, and now Jack gets to take over, and he says, "Son of a bitch!" Like the amount of times that they are like, "Victory, never mind. Victory,
Right.
never mind." So many times, but yes, they now realize that they have got to go save Hurley because he's stuck with these horrible people, but they also have to beat them back to the helicopter so they can get out of there before they come back. Whole hot mess. And Jack, again, we already saw that he's already bleeding. I love that was his line. It's separating. She's like, you're an idiot. Like that, you're the doctor and you're so stupid. But anyway.
He thought he was making up just a story to like placate her.
It didn't work. But
I mean, yes. It didn't work because she knows him too well at this point, but.
Correct. So anyway, we get back to our last like flash forward of the episode at Jack's dad's funeral. And this has been a long time coming. We know from episode 1, he was wearing the suit that he was going to get off the plane and go to the dad's funeral. And so I like that in this moment, he says like, I don't even have your body. Like, you know what I mean? And he's like, this is for me. Goodbye, Dad. I love you. Gosh, that is all for Jack. Like, this is him relinquishing like everything like that he's had, the resentment, the everything. And I just think that's Michael is not agreeing with me.
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but when Jack says this is for me, what I take from that is this entire like thing is for Jack, because they must have already had a funeral for Christian. It was like 8 months ago.
Well, they probably had a funeral for Christian
like,
and Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like they're doing another one now because Jack needs to be able to say a goodbye.
Right.
So, and like when Jack's thanking people for coming, I do think it was this thing of like, this is just for him. Like he needs this funeral process for himself in terms of letting go of his dad. So I just thought that was quite like poignant as well.
Yeah. The other major thing from this funeral that happens is,
oh boy.
Well, there's two main things. The first one is Claire's mom is awake. We left her in a coma. She was in a coma for years because we remember this. Like Claire was like dark haired, like rebellious teenager from the car crash. She was blonde and like not pregnant. Then she's blonde and pregnant. And I'll see you later. I'm going to go give this baby up for adoption. Mom has been in a coma for quite some time. And all of a sudden mom is awake. Also, their casting between the mom and the sister, they are almost identical. Like those two actresses are so freaky. I thought when I watched this, I was like, oh, the aunt's here. And then she's like my daughter. And I was like, oh my God, she's awake. She's out of the coma. It's crazy. But yeah, no, like, cause they look so similar. It's crazy. But she does tell Jack, I'm sorry I'm here. And I'm sorry to like I'm crashing the funeral. It's not even a wedding crash. It's a funeral crash. But I have to tell you, your dad was in Australia to see me. And he's like, why would he see you? And she's like, well, not me. Cause I was unconscious. I was in a coma. He came to see his daughter, and Jack's like, he doesn't have any other kids. And she's like, yeah, check his phone records, all the things. I am not telling a lie here. Like, do whatever you need to do. But yes, he did come to see his daughter. What's crazy is she was also on your flight. And Jack's like, oh shit, who? Please.
Imagine Jack in his head going, I only know one person with an Australian accent.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Right. Also, can you imagine?
Don't say Claire. Don't say Claire. Don't say Claire. Don't say Claire.
Right? He's like, can you please say like woman in a purple shirt, A, like the extra? But she said she was probably sitting a few rows behind you and all these things. And it's like, they obviously know that the plane went down, or they think the plane went down, but they had a full on like relation. All these people had relationships on the island because of everything that went down. And she says her name was Claire. And like then looks over at baby Aaron. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this so much. Like I hate it because like, and then Jake, I don't know if this is what, like if this takes you back to that, but if you remember when Kate and Jack were having the fight and he's like, you're not even related to him. This is after that because he had figured out that he was the uncle.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That didn't click for me until you said it.
Played it off because like shit, obviously like we all were like, oh yeah, because it's Claire's baby, but no, that's why he threw that in her face.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the crazy revelation that we've been waiting, a full season for.
I think it was like season 2 we found out.
Yeah. Because I mean, just like Jack is definitely like trying to process in that moment of like, oh, I just found out that Claire is actually my sister who I've been spending 100 days on an island with.
But also not letting anyone know that he spent 100 days on the island. So like
he can't say anything to
he's got to process all that silently.
Yeah.
I think again,
probably they didn't do like a Luke and Leia. Like, imagine like there was a story where Jack hooked up with Claire, and then it's like, oh, oops.
Oh my God! As much as I love Empire Strikes Back, yeah, that doesn't age well.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds disgusting. So we're moving on. I also like to point out too, like we've talked about it a couple times already, but like the emotion on Jack's face, like it's all silent. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't really say anything. Like again, these are the moments of like really feeling what that character feels without them even speaking. So he's torn up. He has torn up a lot about this.
Steve Fox never won Emmy or anything for Lost, and I think it's such a travesty because he's so good. He is so good.
He is so good. But also Claire's mom, this is another heartbreaking thing. This always devastates me. She walks over and she's like, your baby's beautiful. Oh my God, I hate it. Like, that's your grandson. Like, I hate it so much. This again goes back to like the selfishness of what, like, and granted, we don't know what happened yet. Maybe they had to make up this lie and whatever, but like, I just always really hate that because like, that's the moment. Just is so sad. Like her daughter's dead. Like that's all she has left. Like, drives me nuts. Anyway, I'll move on, because I already yelled about that earlier. But we do go back to the freighter. Of course, we have, the situation with the Jin and Sun and Michael's situation. But Desmond runs out and he's like, Michael, I need you right now. And we're like, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. What are we doing here? And so Michael runs down after Desmond. Of course, Jin and Sun follow. And they walk into a room with an excessive amount of C4. That is
like a wall of C4.
Yeah.
Correct.
Do you know what's so funny? Ben lied to Michael about smuggling a bomb on the boat. Turns out there is a bomb on the boat.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody did. But also, like, I mean, think about, like, we know, okay, the last time we saw C4 was at the basement of Mikhail's house, right? And, like, we saw that was not even half of what is sitting here on this freighter right now. And the damage, like, this is bad.
It's frankly overkill.
Yes.
You don't need that much C4 to blow up a freighter. No,
this is bad. This is where we're like, oh gosh, what is about to go down? Because this is, I immediately, when I watched this for the first time, went, oh God, no. Oh God, no. Like,
yeah.
Oh God, Jin. Like, yeah, we're also nervous about Jin. It was like, God, this C4, what?
I know. But see this other part of Jin being like, go upstairs with the baby, like to protect her again. You can't protect her from this when it goes off, dude. But like, sure, I guess she'll go up for some air. But no, this is like all of their faces are like, shit. Now we have to get off the freighter. We just tried to get here. Like, now what are we gonna do? This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare for all of us. But we have a break from that of us trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen there and not cry over the fact that they're all screwed, to go back into the jungle and Kate tracking. She tracked very well, just the wrong people. She goes, this is not Jack or Sawyer, and they're doubling up behind us. And Saeed's like, she's like ready to go, and Saeed's like, just freaking come out here. I don't have time for this shit. Like, let's go, show your faces. And we see Richard. Hi, Richard. We haven't seen you in quite some time. You look so cute.
And yet you still look the same age.
Same age, with not eyeliner that looks like eyeliner.
Have we seen the others in season 4? I don't think we have we? Outside of like flashbacks, whatever.
Yeah. Richard's the only one that we saw in that episode that just happened with John Locke.
Yeah,
like on island, like they haven't been seen since the Ben. Like they went off when Ben went to go confront our group.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Richard is like, you guys, hey, like, I need you to lower your guns, and they're not about it. They've got a whole plan. Like, you're interrupting our plan. And they cock a gun, and Richard basically said, that's cute. And it was like the equivalent of light 'em up, but with guns. And
right, like that's like kind of text. Like, Kate, Saeed, you've been in this situation before.
Right. Well, in all fairness, Kate had a thing over her head at that point, so she didn't know.
Fair.
But anyway.
Look at you being fair to Kate. We love to see that.
Only one moment you'll ever get. But also, we get Locke questioning Ben a lot. This is where Michael was all annoyed about the whole, like, we know about Charles Widmore. We don't need to know that he's sent all these people here. But they are seemingly screwed as well. We have a lot of situations where everybody is pretty much screwed here. And then I like that we get this like montage, right? Like we get Ben being like, I always have a plan. And then we get this montage to kind of, again, this is the episode of us like leading into the finale. And so this is like, okay, let's check back in on all of our people because we put them all over every which way. But we've got Kate and Saeed that are captured by the others. They're walking through the jungle. We've got Jack and Sawyer going after Hurley. And why Lapidus is like, I guess I'll hold down the fort. Like, poor Lapidus is like, I just want to get out of here. But we have Jack and Sawyer going after Hurley. We've got on the freighter, like Sun's up there on the thing, like, oh my God, we're so screwed. Like, now what are we gonna do? I'm stuck with this baby, as Michael would say. But like, everybody's kind of got their own situation, and what are we gonna do? And we end this episode with Ben walking up, surrendering, and Kimi coming out. The film of this, the cinematography of this, where like he's sitting there and then Kimi comes around the corner.
Yes.
Like so good. And then he walks right up to him and puts the gun to his head and he's like, whatever.
He just looks up like,
okay. Whatever. But instead of it, he hits him over the head, and that of course is the end of this episode. So I started this episode by saying this is a very standalone, like we've said many times that the episode that leads to the finale is kind of like a fine, it's there, but like kind of somewhat not boring, but like it was just a filler.
A lot of times it's set up.
Yeah, it's a setup.
This is part of the finale. This is part one.
Part one.
Three.
But like, yes, correct. But like, it's essentially the same as like all the other ones that like led.
Right, because the other, like the next part is 2 episodes that aired the same night. Like this aired the week before.
Right. So yeah, I mean, very, very amazing standalone episode that was not just like a filler. There was, it was, but there was a lot to fill. So yeah. Anyway, that was it. So least favorite ranking. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, we might not have to do a ranking yet because we have to go through the rest of the finale, right?
I was gonna say that because it's like the same title as well. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Do we just rank all 3 together?
I think so.
I didn't know if that's what we were doing since this was technically on a different day, but I mean,
we can rank them all together because
it's the same name.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So favorite, least favorite character. Favorite, I'll go Sun because she was a badass. Like amazing to have a woman like be able to stand up to someone that's just been like this awful person for her life and for her husband's life. So I think that's amazing. Least favorite. I mean, I could pick Mr. Pike. Could pick Kimi. No, I'll go Mr. Pike. That's fine. He got what was coming to him. So, what about you guys?
My favorite character, I'm gonna go Ben, just because he's not in it a great deal, but like the last episode, I talked a lot about how Ben was just this broken man. This time we see Ben kind of getting that confidence back. He's got a bit more of the sass and the sarcasm, and like it's a little thing, but he is kind of protecting us in his weird Ben way. Like he's been an adversary for so long, but he gives the instructions to Locke and Hurley, gets them to stay back, and he goes and hands himself over. Like it's a pretty selfless thing to just say, okay, I'm gonna go hand myself over. I just think Ben is just the absolute goat. I just love him so much. And least favorite, I already know everyone's gonna hate this one. I'm not gonna pick Mr. Pike because this is the only time that Mr. Pike does something remotely where I'm like, where he does actually seem really like relieved and happy to see Sun. He like shows some genuine fatherly warmth. It doesn't last long, but I'm like, okay, he is at least happy to see her. My least favorite character is gonna be Claire's mom.
Oh wow!
It's who?
Claire's mom.
Why?
Because it is Jack's dad's funeral. And all of a sudden, she's going to turn up and, like, dump all this information on Jack where, like, hey, you have a sister. By the way, I know it's your dad's funeral. Your dad secretly had a second family. Also, by the way, she was on the plane, so now she's dead. So, like, you can deal with that. She just trauma dumps on Jack and then leaves. It's like, she's like, I'm sorry to drop all this on you. Well, just don't do it. What good can it possibly do?
Michael, I love you. I love you. I'm going to let you have this moment where Jake can go edit this out and you to redo this. I'm going to give you that moment. This moment so that you can be like, okay, yep, Jake, edit that out. Let me go again.
Okay. We'll edit it out. Okay. My least favorite character is, I fucking stand by it.
I have so many nominees for favorite character of the episode, but now I want to give it to her just to spite you.
Oh my God.
I have so many nominees, right? I have like Hurley for noticing that Saeed has no one and like pulls him in, and like Hurley's whole family for just immediately hugging him too. I know that you all, well, I know Kristin hates Jack and would object, but like I think Jack, as much as I know as a viewer that he's not necessarily making the best choices, he is doing his best to save the people he said he was going to save. So I like Jack. And then Sun is like, I mean, Jake, you picked her. Sun is great. Yeah. When she puts her dad in his place, it's amazing. But I think I'm gonna go with Jin for similar reasons to Jack, but we have reason to believe that Jin is in danger. And
it might be your last chance to put him.
And like Jin is so endeared to me at this point in this episode, right? Like no, save him. So I think I'm gonna go with Jin, even though I think there's a lot of nominees. Even Sawyer, I would say, is a nominee. He's not going to win the title, but he's a nominee. Least favorite.
Kristin's got that covered. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, she's going to pick him. I could say Charlie because he gets a shout out in the version that I watched. Least favorite is very easily, obviously, Kimi. He sucks. He's a douche. He is just there to hurt people and be an asshole. Kimi's the worst.
So what was like after like you naming pretty much the entire cast? What was your actual like favorite?
Oh, I said I was going with Jin. Yeah. I was highlighting.
I was just checking because then you like went into the whole Kimi thing of it all. So I was just making sure because you like named the entire cast there. So
no, there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of shout outs, but like if I had to pick one, I'm picking Jin. Okay. He's the most endeared to me.
Love it.
All right, Kristin.
So I am gonna not give it to Sawyer as much as I want to. No, I love Sawyer. He's there. Okay, we already know. I've said.
Are you feeling okay?
I am feeling okay. I don't have my Sawyer shirt on today, so maybe that's why. No, he, of course, like I've brought this up many times. He's done a complete, like he is a whole different person. Like he even was like, gosh, all right, I guess I'm going here. I don't want to do this. Like he's always just like, you guys, like we're, like he even said to Jack at one point, he's like, like the new Otherton, just like Locke said it, like you fucked up here. Like but I'm still going to help you. Like Sawyer wouldn't have done that. Are you kidding me? He would have been protecting himself. He's a completely different person, and I love Sawyer, so he will always get my special shout out. My favorite character of this is, this is hard because like Kevin, like there's a lot because there's so many things going on here. Shoot, I think I'll probably go with Sun.
You didn't have a backup? You were like, I'm not going to give it to Sawyer. Hold on, let me think who I'm going to give it to.
I never have a backup because Sawyer's always in the forefront of my mind. But I do think I'm
give it to Sawyer.
No, I'm going to give it to Sun because Sun deserved it for her badass moment. What I am going to prepare you for is where Michael had a crazy, stupid reason for his. I'm going to have a very clear reason for mine, and Kevin's going to be all pissed in a second.
Tell me why it's Jack.
It's Jack. Because Jack has decided to come up with this bullshit lie that not everybody is on board with. He keeps speaking for everybody when obviously Sun is very... You should be on my side because of how Sun feels about this, so don't even get there. But also, because of this lie, now this poor woman who has thought that her daughter is dead when there's a whole nother story behind it and her grandson is sitting right there is now going to be in misery. So Jack, you suck.
Kristin, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when people find it? What's going to happen to the island when people find out that there's healing properties there? It's going to get exploited and overwhelmed.
There's healing properties there.
What's going to happen to the people who are still on the island when Charles Whitmore
just said how you could resolve this? You could say that Claire died in childbirth. At least give her the story. You don't even have to talk about the island. You don't have to do anything. You don't tell them the whole story. They're not going to believe polar bears and black smoke. Give Claire something. You basically wrote her off. That's ridiculous. No, I'm standing by mine. Jack's an asshole. Moving on.
3 of us had really valid least favorites, and then there was Kristin, right?
Poor Claire's mother. She just got out of a coma. Get out of here.
Poor all their families. Poor Jin's dad. Poor all of Boone and Shannon's families. Poor all these people.
Jin's dad will never know how amazing Jin is and how much he changed when he was so worried about
Charlie's brother is never going to know that he sacrificed his life after coming up. Right?
Why are they never going to find this out? Why are they never going to find this out?
Because they can't tell people about the island. They can't
you don't have to tell people about the island.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen when they tell what happened on the island? People are going to get hurt.
You don't have to tell people what about the island. You don't have to go into detail of it. You can still give these people a story. It's fucked up. Give their family something. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to go into the story.
Kristin, I hope you crash land on an island and you have to survive there for 108 days. And then
crash.
First of all, I'll get 108 days without you, and second of all,
it'll be amazing.
108 days with no Kristin, and then also you'll be over your bullshit by then. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I had to stand in for Michael because you normally are the one that are fighting over the Locke and Benevital, so I had to step in a little bit because you're irrational. Okay, that was fun.
Oops. All right.
You just made that up just to argue, and I'm the irrational one.
No, I'm actually being serious about Jack. I'm sticking by that.
Jake, wrap us up.
Okay. With that, I mean, if you disagree with Michael and Kristin's choices, let us know in the comments.
Comment below. Who do you agree with?
Kristin.
And why it's
Kristin
Kevin and
or
Jake.
The rest of the world.
Tell me why Claire's mom sucks.
Sorry.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, and keep track of when we drop part 2 and part 3 of this season 4 finale because you won't want to miss it. We'll link those in so you can just go to the next one. So with that, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for more Lost on the Tribe of Nerds.
Keep standing, Locke. Keep standing, Locke. Get shot by those bullets.